My name is Brandon Evans, and this is my WWE Wrestling DVD collection part 2. Right, firstly we've got WrestleMania 25, which for me was a really great WrestleMania, especially for the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels match, which was rated as one of the best matches maybe even in WWE history. That was really for me the only standout match, really. I have enjoyed the more recent WrestleManias better, but I would still recommend buying it. Next is Backlash 2009. For me, just another standard pay-per-view, but there is still some good matches in there, like Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, the I Quit match, and the six-man tag team match for the WWE Championship. Again, I would probably only buy that if you're a proper collector. WrestleMania 26 is next. That one was a really good WrestleMania in my opinion, especially for the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels match. Chris Jericho and Edge's match wasn't too bad either, but again, I would recommend only buying that if you're a proper collector. Next is Extreme Rules 2010, and a good pay-per-view, especially for the street fight between Sheamus and Triple H, and the last man standing match for the WWE title between John Cena and Batista. Again, I would probably only buy that one if you're a proper collector. Next is Over the Limit 2010. For me, probably another mediocre pay-per-view again. You know, I think more hype than it actually was worth, probably. I'd probably only buy that one if you're a proper collector. Next is Night of Champions 2010. For me, one of my favourite pay-per-views of 2010. I've really enjoyed the Night of Champions pay-per-views, and some of the standout matches on this one: Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett versus John Cena versus Edge versus Chris Jericho versus Sheamus for the WWE title and six-pack challenge, and Kane versus the Undertaker, yeah, in an all-barred match for the World Heavyweight title. I really would recommend buying that one. Next is Hell in a Cell 2010. For me, another standard pay-per-view, but there was again some good matches on there, like Undertaker and Kane in the Hell in a Cell, and Sheamus and Randy Orton's match in the Hell in a Cell wasn't too bad either. Again, I'd probably only buy that one if you're a collector. Survivor Series 2010 is next. That one's another good pay-per-view. Again, the standout matches being Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett for the WWE title, with John Cena as a special guest referee, and Dolph Ziggler and Caval's match for the Intercontinental title was quite good as well. Again, only buy that one if you're a collector. Next is TLC 2010. That one was again one of my favourite pay-per-views, especially for the Fatal 4-Way match for the World Heavyweight title between Kane, Edge, Rey Mysterio and Alberto Del Rio. Even the Divas match was quite a standout match. Yeah, I would really recommend buying that one as well. Next is Extreme Rules 2011. For me, one of the better Extreme Rules pay-per-views. The highlight matches on this were the Steel Cage match for the WWE title, and Randy Orton and CM Punk's last man standing match was quite good as well. I would recommend buying that one. Next is Extreme Rules, pardon me, Capital Punishment 2011, which for me was a mediocre pay-per-view again. It could have been better, more. I was expecting more, you know, but it really did kind of let you down. I really wouldn't buy that one. And next is Hell in a Cell 2011. Again, I think a very underrated pay-per-view. It could have been better in certain areas, but there is still some really good matches, especially the triple threat Hell in a Cell for the WWE title between John Cena, Alberto Del Rio and CM Punk. Again, I'd probably only buy that one if you're a collector. And lastly is Vengeance 2011. For me, another standard pay-per-view, but the ring collapsing in Mark Henry and the Big Show's match was still a very good highlight of the pay-per-view, and the last man standing match between John Cena and Del Rio. But again, probably only buy that one if you're a collector. Right, next time I'll be doing part 3, and I'm on Facebook and Twitter, and please feel free to comment and subscribe.